Yo, what's good, Tay? Here at the Atlanta Symphony Hall for the 20th annual Super Bowl Gospel Celebration. We are in for a treat. We have an hour-long celebration of music from some of your favorite artists this year, last year, and all the years you've been alive. Plus, it is hosted by your very own Ricky Smiley. So we're going to hit the red carpet and see what everyone's been up to and what they're looking forward to for the 20th annual anniversary. Let's take a look. Artists, let me ask you this. How do you stay grounded in your faith during this walk in the industry?
Man, listen, you better know Jesus is real out here, man, because it's gangster, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to even act like I haven't dropped the ball and made some mistakes, but God is faithful, he's good. And that's really what it comes down to, is understanding that, man, God is faithful even when we're faithless, and, you know, he ride with you. So you can keep your head on strong, keep your eyes on the Lord, and you'll be all right.
Let the trap say amen.
Amen.
Thank you. Question: what advice do you have for other artists who are young and they want to just, get their music out there and just feel not necessarily accepted, but just feel good about it?
I would just say, make your passions your purpose. God is in control of everything. If you put him at the center, there is nothing that can go wrong, and that's all that I can say.
Like, as an NFL player, it's all about the money. We always think it's all about the money for them, but to see them a part of a positive event like this, why is that so important?
Well, I think it's very important for us to realize, it's not all about the money. It may seem like, for some guys, it may seem like that. For the majority of football players, it's about faith, family, and things like that. So the gospel is very important. And most of the players that I've played with throughout my entire career, it's been that way. I was fortunate enough to play with, I think, one of the greatest football players that ever played was Reggie White. And he was all about faith. He was a teammate of mine. He taught me a lot about God and the power of God, what God could do for you. And being around Reggie, just a short time I was with him, about 3 years as a player, I learned, hey, it starts with faith. And for myself personally, that's the way it's been.
I think for me, no matter what's being said, I think it's up to the listener to believe it. All you got to do pretty much is go online these days via social media and hear some type of hatred comment, but I don't think that should be able to define you as a person. And no matter what your occupation is, you try to do it to the best and collect as much coin as possible. Thanks.
So you had the single "I'm Getting Ready" with Nicki Minaj featured on it. Do you have any songs this year that you will be collaborating with other artists outside of just, the normal inspirational artists?
Well, you know what? I don't know. It's not pre-planned like that. We do it when God says to do it. And so that was something that was divinely orchestrated by God. But we'll see. We're going to do some collaborations. I just don't know who yet.
I think it's... So you just had a birthday. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Anniversary.
Thank you.
Now, I'm not saying that you're getting old, but do you got someone else you're preparing to come on after you?
I don't know if that's my job to prepare anybody else. I think that's God's job. My job is to just try to point people back to the King. And whoever wants my advice or friendship or camaraderie, is, and I'm gonna tell you why I say that, is I think that a lot of times as humans, we think that we possess the power and we don't. You know what I mean? All we are just managers, we're not owners. And so it's God who calls and qualifies people. And I think a lot of times people think they got more power than they really do. And so I'm all about, reminding people that you ain't nothing without him. I'm nothing without him. So whoever God has called, and then we got to also be careful that just because he may not be on a certain platform don't mean God ain't using them. So when we say who's next, what do we mean when we say next? Because somebody's still doing what God is doing. We see next as different levels of platforms, but God ain't concerned about platforms. He's concerned about people.
I think that answers. Do you feel like we should get rid of genres and just call music to stop all of the confusion on who can work in what arena?
I'm going to tell you this. I think that genre is actually marginalizing what the gospel actually is. I wouldn't say that for every bit of music, but I would say that gospel is a platform that every genre could fit in if they have an inspirational message. So I really feel like we should redefine what we see gospel music as. It's not just for people in church. It's not just black and it's not white. It is God. And if you can't put God in a box, why would we put his music in a box? You know what I mean?
Especially when he gives us the talent to do it.
That's right. It's creativity, and we're connected to the Creator, so let us create everywhere we can.
Last question. If you had a chance to make a gospel album, what would you title it? Hold on, no.
Oh,
I got you.
your greatness is already there.
That was nice. That was it. All right. Thank you so much.
Greatness. Look, I done made the song.
That's all you got to do right there.
Right, that's all you need.
We play over there.
Right.